The company named Auricchio began in 1877 in San Giuseppe Vesuviano, near Naples. The Società Corrente was founded by Gennaro Auricchio, the inventor of the secret of Don Gennaro, the special rennet which gives Auricchio Provolone its unique taste. Auricchio Provolone gained fame quickly, and by the end of the 19th century, the surname of its producer had become a byword for the cheese itself, creating a bond between the consumer, the brand, and the quality product. Production increased to satisfy increasing demand. Local milk was scarce, so one of the sons working in the family business, Antonio, went to the Po Valley in search of tasty and plentiful milk. In Cremona, he found fertile lands full of dairy cows. There he began to organize the work of the cheesemakers, teaching them how to produce provolone, which was practically unknown in the area at that time. In the early 20th century, as the first Italians began to emigrate across the ocean to America, Auricchio Provolone became a tangible symbol of loyalty of Italians to their homeland. Auricchio Provolone was a big hit in the Italian shops of Little Italy. The same success that has for over a century made the company the market leader. A historical turning point occurred in 1992. Faced by the first signs of economic crisis and tempted by a generous offer from a foreign multinational, 50% of the company was put up for sale. The CEO, Gennaro Auricchio, grandson and namesake of the founder, with the help of his sons Antonio, Giandomenico, and Alberto, bought back the stock and returned the company to family ownership, just as in 1877. This led to a revival of Auricchio. Auricchio has 5 production and distribution plants that together process over 500,000 liters of milk a day, making the company one of Italy's largest cheesemakers. Provolone is produced and aged and packaged in Gazzo di Pieve San Giacomo, near Cremona, and in Somma Vesuviana, near Naples. Pecorino production is concentrated in Macomer, near Nuoro, in Sardinia. Fresh cacciota and ricotta are made in Scandiano, near Reggio Emilia, and excellent Parmigiano Reggiano is produced in Solignano, near Parma. Auricchio Provolone is produced using only whole cow's milk from selected farms within a 100-kilometer radius of the cheese factory. Quality control begins early in the process. Auricchio chooses farms with special select breeds of cow. Experts at Auricchio decide together with dairy farmers on the feed so that the best milk for cheese making is produced. After strict tests that certify its suitability, the milk is processed according to the most rigorous health standards. Approval, storage, and monitoring of the multi-purpose process is carried out using sophisticated software programs that record it from the flow of milk through to the pressing of curds. In other phases, however, it is the expertise and experience of the cheesemakers that ensure the unmistakable quality of Auricchio Provolone. Today, the product is still a craft and mostly handmade. In the first processing phase, the milk is placed in the multi-purpose cheese vats and then heated to 37 degrees Celsius. Still made according to Don Gennaro's old recipe, a closely guarded family secret since 1877 is added. The milk is heated until curds form. The cheesemaker checks the consistency and decides when the time is right to start the cutting, at which point the curds are broken up into small pieces and then cooked at a temperature no higher than 45 degrees Celsius. The curds are then loaded into the presses, specialized equipment that separate the paste from the whey. Once it has been loaded onto special cooling tables, where the curds are left to ripen for a few hours under the watchful eye of the cheesemakers who, after the cutting and turning phases, choose the right moment to go on to the important stretching phase. The delicate paste processing phase begins by breaking the paste and stretching it in hot water at a temperature of roughly 70 degrees Celsius until the traditional consistency is obtained. In a perfect combination of tradition and innovation, Auricchio uses state-of-the-art technology to guarantee the highest health and safety standards that together with the traditional processing really make a difference. The most significant of these phases is forming, which is carried out by hand so there are no lumps and the surface is smooth. The cheese must be perfect and closed by hand by expert artisans, who make sure there are no holes or folds where air can be trapped, which could compromise the preservation of the cheese. Although costly, this phase is painstakingly protected by Auricchio for the benefit of its consumers. It is thanks to these efforts that the unmistakable and unique consistency and fragrance of Auricchio Provolone are maintained. Years of experience and respect for tradition have been skillfully integrated into the modern quality management system, certified according to UNIEN ISO 9001-2000 standards. Each form of cheese is marked to guarantee that it can be traced for the protection of the consumer. Provolone is made in a variety of shapes. Some of the most popular are the Salame, the Mandarino, and the Gigantino. Sizes vary from 300 grams to 100 kilos, plus the unique 400 kilo cheeses produced for fairs and shows. After being dipped in icy water to fix the shape, the provolone is immersed in vats of brine for just a few hours for the smaller forms, to as long as 20 days for the larger ones of 50 or 100 kilos. The cheese is then tied, hung up in special warehouses, and left to age in controlled conditions where the temperature, humidity, and air circulation are monitored by sophisticated equipment. The aging process varies depending on the shape and type. 1 month for mild, at least 12 months for strong, and 16 months for the extra-aged Stravecchio. Mild Auricchio is made using a different procedure, but just like the other types, it is shaped and molded by expert hands, spends time in a special automatic brine vat at a constant controlled temperature before being tied and hung up to dry in a special net before being branded and prepared for sale. The love for our high-quality products, the loyalty of our customers to the company and the brand, which has rewarded and continued to reward our commitment and investments. All these factors are worth defending with love and determination. Protecting our historic brand is therefore the company's primary objective, leading to courageous and determined choices, such as adopting the Pelure coating on the provolone, to protect it from imitation and protect our customers, making it unique. Auricchio was the first company to put its name on provolone, and will continue to do so right up to the last piece. Experts regularly remove plugs from the cheese to check the aging until the optimum level is reached to guarantee the standard and level of quality expected of Auricchio Provolone. Cheeses that are ready for the market are cleaned and coated with an exclusive Pelure with the Auricchio trademark, the red A and anchor, and a stamp that indicates the type of provolone. From the burnt color of the strong variety, the sky blue of mild, to the black of the extra-aged variety, whose color and shape recall our long tradition. Exclusive state-of-the-art equipment is used for the mild so that its characteristics and taste are unique. After being molded by hand, provolettina and salamino are covered with microcrystalline wax, hardened in icy water, dried and packaged for purchase off the shelf. Auricchio is the only company to offer Provolatina in the very popular traditional spherical shape. Much of the output is sold whole, but the company also offers a wide range of items in pre-packaged portions to cater not only to the demand for top-quality cheese, but also to the demand of modern distributors and consumers for high-quality products. A whole department is equipped with state-of-the-art cutting and packaging equipment to offer a complete array of cheese for purchase off the shelf. The days of the single-product company founded by Gennaro in San Giuseppe Vesuviano today seem far away. In 1993, the company began a strategy of diversification and acquisition. In addition to the Auricchio brand of our provolone, 4 other brands now belong to the company in order to offer a more complete array of traditional Italian cheeses. Riserva Esclusiva Auricchio, Gloria, Ceccardi, and Locatelli. In addition to being the leader in the provolone market, Auricchio has gradually gained a significant share of the pecorino market. It offers a variety of sheep milks cheese, ranging from fresh cheeses to the stronger pecorino romano, all produced at its own plants. Pecorino romano production is regulated by the DOP, Designation of Protected Origin, Consortium, and is made according to exclusive Locatelli recipe that makes it unique. After the paste is pressed, it is placed into molds before being salted. Cacciota and bucchero are made using molds and cutting-edge equipment. For Auretta, Saracino, and Del Monte, special tables are used which allow the curds to be distributed evenly in the molds. Bucchero Pecorino Calcagno is a sheep's milk cheese weighing about 15 kilos. It is made in 2 different versions, with and without black pepper. The curds from the multi-purpose cheese vat is made to flow directly into the molds. Corns of black pepper are added and mixed into the paste. In production of Novella, ground red pepper is added to the multi-purpose cheese vat and distributed in the curds before being poured into the molds. Ricotta is produced according to the traditional method of letting it rise naturally to the surface. It is packed by hand in molds or wicker forms. Salted ricotta is salted by hand and then put in special storerooms. Special pecorinos are placed in saltwater brine and then aged at a constant temperature and humidity in special storerooms. Locatelli Pecorino Romano is salted by hand and stored in special storerooms for at least 9 months. It is produced in 3 different sizes: 20 kilos, 27 kilos, and the over 30 kilo giant. At the end of the aging process, experts check all the cheeses so they are flawless, with no abnormal smells or coloration before they are coated and prepared for sale. Only the best Locatelli Pecorino Romano cheeses are approved. The selected cheeses are coated with the distinctive pullure and prepared for shipment. Locatelli Pecorino Romano is sold by Auricchio exclusively in the United States, where Locatelli, on sale since the early 20th century, is not just the leader in Pecorino Romano, but is synonymous with the product itself. Auricchio Provolone is sold whole or pre-packed in 5 different varieties to please all tastes and needs: Auricchio Piccante Classico, Auricchio Dolce, Auricchio Giovane, Auricchio Affumicato, and Auricchio Stravecchio. According to the most recent Nielsen ratings, Auricchio, with a market share of over 48%, is the undisputed leader of the provolone market in Italy. Exported worldwide, Auricchio is one of Italy's most famous and popular cheeses. Riserva Esclusiva Auricchio is the mark of quality and tradition featured on all Auricchio cheeses, except provolone, whether they come from cow's milk, sheep's milk, or both. This vast range of cheeses, including Parmigiano Reggiano, Grana Padano, Asiago, Bucaro, Pecorino Romano, Cirbone, and Colle Sardo, as well as Caciotta and Ricotta. All have been selected for their quality and flavor by Auricchio, based on its century-long experience. Auricchio, since 1877, the name of taste.